An average of 900 World War II veterans pass away every day, making their stories all the more important to hear. And with that in mind, News 3 has dedicated this month to the greatest generation.
Yeah, every week, News 3's Alice Massimi will be bringing us several of their amazing stories. Alice?
That's right, Tina and Russ. From an early age, I was taught about the greatest generation. Not only is my grandfather a veteran of World War II, but my dad is a bit of a history buff. So it's my pleasure to bring you these heroic and inspirational stories.
Yes, they all faded all. You can't really see much about them.
The pictures may be faded, but Jim Chavers' memories are not. Enlisting in the Marine Corps in 1944 and training at Parris Island, Chavers was soon on his way to the Pacific.
And I figured I'd be in a battle before it was over.
An intuition that proved correct. Chavers found himself on the shores of Iwo Jima.
So we were reserved for our division, which meant I thought the battle was going to be over in 4 days, what they told us. So we were reserved. I didn't think we'd even get ashore before it's over with.
Only hours after the first Marines landed, Chavers' unit got the call. Gear up.
They didn't even fire on the first waves at 9 o'clock in the morning, but when we landed, they were shelling the beach.
The shelling continued all night long. In fact, for days.
The way we got through the night, didn't get many sleep at all. And we were there 4 days in that one position. Every time you try to move out, you'd have to go back with so many casualties.
Chavers says nighttime was the worst. It was when the enemy came out.
And so I would say a prayer at night. Then the next morning I'd pray of thanks and help me make it through the day. And that was every day.
It was on Iwo Jima that one of the most recognizable and significant images of the war was captured.
I was about a mile away from the flag where they raised the flag, and it was at the high ground where the old volcanic place was. And you could see the flag because it was a big flag and you could see it waving.
Having some close calls himself, Chavers gets quiet when talking about the good friends he lost.
Forster was my foxhole buddy for several times, and another foxhole buddy was named Robert Langner. And for some reason or another, he didn't share the foxhole with me another night, and he was killed that night.
In Chavers' company, only 60 walked off the beaches of Iwo Jima. The others dead or injured.
Well, there had to be a higher power. I used to joke about being lucky, and the guy said, "You weren't lucky, you were blessed."
Well, now, for those of you that are not familiar with the invasion of Iwo Jima, we've got a couple facts here for you. It began on February 19th, 1945, and lasted until March 26th. It was one of the deadliest battles in World War II. In fact, the number of American casualties was greater than the total Allied casualties at the Battle of Normandy on D-Day. And of the 21,000 Japanese soldiers at the beginning of the battle, over 20,000 were killed. So why was the battle fought? Well, the main mission was to capture the island's airfields, which needed to be used for bombing missions during the impending invasion of Japan.
Alice, I know you were telling us that Mr. Chavers didn't just bring back memories.
He didn't, and this is kind of a neat story. In addition to the tons of pictures that you saw on there, he's got some items from Japanese soldiers that he brought back. Among them is a Japanese flag, which Chavers believes had well wishes written on it. It looked like it was handmade. He also brought back those glasses there. He has soldier shoes, and he also brought back some personal items from some Japanese soldiers that he says he found in a duffel bag, among them postcards and also some pictures of family members. So pretty neat stuff he has there. And now tomorrow night I will share with you the story of an area man who was actually in the medical field during D-Day and saw some pretty atrocious stuff.
Well, certainly inspired by Mr. Chavers' story.
That's right.